Hey you all, it's Don, and today's video is going to be all about what to do if you've been waitlisted to a graduate program, particularly to an MSW program. Before we begin the video, please be sure to make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you are notified of when more social work or lifestyle related videos are released, as well as to turn on your notification button so you don't miss an upload. So what is a wait list? It's basically a list of applicants who the university may have wanted to admit, but they did not have room to admit these applicants, whether it was through an early applications or through regular applications. So if you've been waitlisted, then there are many reasons that could be going through your head, but the most common reason why someone is waitlisted mostly is because they did not have enough room to admit you. So there's so many people applying to programs that they have to make certain decisions for who they are going to admit, who they are not going to admit, and then who they would like to waitlist. And so typically for someone who's been waitlisted, maybe a lot of people from their demographic have been admitted already. Demographics, not just race or gender. It could be your major, it could be the region of where you're located in the country. So sometimes having an it factor can help you be admitted in the first round, and that's why sometimes like it may be important to apply early. Sometimes depending on the program, the earlier you apply, the less competitive it is, because they have the room to kind of be less selective, as we're like towards the end of the application season. They tend to be more selective in whom they are admitting. So whatever the reason may be for you being waitlisted, the good news is that there is a chance that you could be admitted from the waitlist. Now, the most common way to be admitted from the waitlist is someone yields their acceptance. So if someone yields their acceptance, then they go to the waitlist and they pull from that waitlist. Again, every program is different. I am not speaking on the behalf of any program, but just giving you some idea. So the first thing you want to do if you are waitlisted, you really want to reflect upon whether or not this is a school that you are certain that you want to attend, and you are certain that this is your top choice. So if you've determined that's the case, then the next thing you want to do is accept that waitlist offer. As you're accepting the offer to be on a wait list, to be placed on a wait list, you want to follow any directions that's supplied to you. They may simply tell you to click yes, and then that's it. Other programs may require a letter. That's less common in grad school. Typically, that's more like undergrad, but for grad school, they may just send you a notification and ask for you to confirm or deny your interest in being placed on a wait list. It's okay to ask questions here. If there are questions that you have, you most certainly should ask during that time. And if they are able to provide you an answer, they will provide you an answer. And if not, that's okay. Fret not, again, because the most common question you probably will have is, why was I waitlisted? And you probably will get told the answer I shared at the beginning of this video. The other thing you want to do is accept and put a deposit down for any other program that you have been admitted to. And by any other, I just mean like one of those programs. So if you apply to 3, then and you were waitlisted from 1, you got admitted to 2, then I would select from those 2 if you could live with obtaining your MSW from that institution. If you're someone who's like, oh, if I don't get into my top school the first time, then I'm going to reapply. Okay, that's a fair decision. But if you know that you want to get your MSW, you want to begin the program that summer or that fall, then you're going to want to place a deposit, because the wait list, while we want to be hopeful, we also want to be prepared if in case that does not work out for us, if it doesn't work in our favor to attend that institution, we want to have an institution to select. As you are asking questions, you can most certainly clarify if you're able to submit additional materials. If you are, this is the time to submit significant material. So if you have a publication or a patent, or you've been recognized by a major platform, a major organization, a major person, and it would benefit from the school knowing. I don't know if I said a word or not, but if you received a significant award, so if, for instance, if you're in undergrad, or even if you're in a first master's program, you can most certainly, like if you are receiving like the Chancellor Award, or the Presidential Scholars Award, then that's something that it would be okay to submit, because that's not just like an organization award, like that's an institution-wide award, one of the top awards that a student can receive. So that's an important update to submit. Also, GRE, if you take the GRE and maybe you didn't submit your scores, or maybe you took the GRE after applying, you may benefit from submitting your score. And if the school does not allow you to submit additional materials, then one thing that I'd advise you to do is contact an admissions counselor. You could contact an admissions counselor. You can contact the director of the MSW program. You could even contact the dean of the entire School of Social Work, and just introduce yourself and let them know your desire to obtain an MSW, and that this is your top choice, similar to undergrad. What we'd advise undergrad, shout out to Lisa Maselli if she's watching, we would encourage undergrads to share with the institution that this is my top choice. And you do not say that liner unless you know you're going, no matter how much it costs, no matter where it's located, no matter the limited curricula that's there. Like if you say that's your top choice, then you are going, and you are sure that if a spot is given to you, you will take it. And I think that's something worth doing and worth communicating, whether or not you are able to submit additional materials. I think just communicating the significance of the program to the institution and to people who are reading your application, who have your application in their hands, that's priceless, to just let them know that. And the last thing that I am going to advise that you do is to wait. Now, as you wait, this is not just you sitting here hoping, praying. Like, this is you kind of making peace with the fact that as of today, you are not admitted to that school, and that you are admitted and kind of embracing whatever school you've been admitted to. because you don't want to miss out on an opportunity waiting for something that may not come. So as you've communicated your desire, and once you do that, I would move forward with kind of embracing and preparing yourself to transition to your second or third choice program. If like you were waitlisted from your top choice. Sometimes people are admitted to their top choice and like they're rejected or waitlisted from like their lower choices. So whatever your case is, if you know that you're the person that's like, hey, I want to start my MSW in the summer of, the same year, and you have been waitlisted from your top choice, then I would advise you to place your deposit down and move forward. Begin looking into housing, whether it's on or off campus. Begin looking into how you're going to get there if you have to relocate to a different city or states. Like, begin that logistical process. And if you are offered a position or a spot from the wait list, it's most certainly okay to rescind your acceptance, knowing that your security deposit is non-refundable. That's only like $300, maybe no more than 500, but like 300 to 500 to hold your spot. And it's okay. Like, if it's that may be worth it for some people, and for other people, like once they put that 500 down, whether they get on the wait list or not, that school is no longer an option. So also worth mentioning that you do not have to accept an offer if you were offered admissions from a wait list. If you choose to be on someone's wait list, that just means you are still interested in being admitted, but you don't have to say, you don't have to accept. Ultimately, it's not legally binding. But I will say again, you don't want to use the language like saying that this is your top choice when you requested to be placed on the wait list, and then you are offered the admissions from the wait list, and then you decide not to pursue the program. So I do think that you should be careful not to do that. Wraps this video up. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up and comment in the comment section below. What is your experience with the wait list? Is this something that you even knew about? If you've been on a wait list before, I'd love to hear your experience. And if you have any additional questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And finally, if you're interested in working with me, maybe you have been waitlisted for a few times now, and you're just not sure like what's wrong with your application, you're getting a generic answer from admissions, I'm more than happy to work with you. You can book an appointment by selecting the link in the description box below under the tab book an appointment with me. Thank you all so much for watching, and until I see you next time, be you, be great.